What is going on, you guys? I'm Carson. This is my first ever YouTube video. I hope it's good. I hope you enjoy it. Let's get right into it. The title of the video is going to be something like the top 3 things, maybe even the only 3 things that you need to be doing in order to achieve financial freedom sooner rather than later. Sooner rather than later. Not never, because we're all going to get there one day, believe me. So, number one, what should you be doing? Number 1 is track your finances. Track your net worth position. Track your debts. Track your passive income. Track your savings rate. Track that on a monthly basis, please. Please, please, please. Set up a spreadsheet and start tracking your financial situation. You must do that first before you do anything else. Why is that important? It's important because it gives you information and knowledge, lets you make better decisions. What I found after years of tracking my personal finances, and I choose to track it in an Excel spreadsheet because I'm an engineer and I'm a little bit nerdy, so that's what I've opted for. What I've found over the years of doing that is that I have been able to pinpoint parts of my finances that I needed to improve, and lo and behold, when I knew what I needed to improve, I improved it. I improved my savings rate, I improved the diversification within my portfolio, and I've improved my passive income. When you can see all this information in graphs, you can see the raw data after years of tracking it, you suddenly get an idea of how hard you've worked, how well you've invested, how well you've saved. You get a really good idea of all these things, and you can make much better decisions, okay? That's number 1, track your finances. So like I said, what you should be tracking is the important stuff. You should be tracking your savings rate, you should be tracking your net worth, your passive income, and the performance of your investments. You should be tracking all these things on a monthly basis. Track it every month. Once you set up your system, believe me, it'll only take you about an hour a month. 1 hour, I do it at the first of every month. I check the position of all my accounts, all my finances, all my brokerage accounts, and all that stuff, all my investments, and I update my spreadsheet, and I understand how well I've done during the month. Now, a note on the first thing that you should be doing, which is tracking your finances. I don't budget my finances. I don't have a budget. I don't like budgeting. I think for some people budgeting is a good idea, but thankfully I have enough innate self-control in order not to need a budget. I know when I'm overstepping my spending, and I know when I need to rein in my lifestyle a little bit, so I can kind of automatically do it without a budget, so I'm okay in that regard. If you think you need a budget, go and check out resources out there. There's plenty of resources, but track your finances. Okay, point number 2. You must maintain a savings rate of 50% and above. Now remember, this advice, 50% and above savings rate, for some people it's not going to be easy. If you have kids, if you're on an average income, it ain't going to be easy, I'm telling you. It might even be impossible if you have an average income, and if you have a large family, and if you have a very, very high lifestyle as well. It's going to be hard to hit that 50% number. The 50% number comes from you wanting to reach financial freedom earlier rather than later. That is where it comes from. That is where the 50% comes from. You can hit 20% savings rate a month, but you're only going to hit financial freedom when you're 60. If you maintain 50% and above, you will probably hit financial freedom at some point in the next 15 to 20 years. If you manage to get 75% savings rate a month, you're probably going to hit it in maybe 8 to 12 years, okay? So the higher your savings rate, the sooner you'll get to that financial freedom position. And it's a whole different topic to discuss whether it's actually the be-all end-all of life, getting to this whole financial freedom thing. I think it's a good thing to aim for. I don't think it's gonna be the magic pill to all of your worries and all of your problems. That's a whole other topic. But point number 2 is you need to have a minimum 50% savings rate. Capiche? Got it? Good. All right. On to point number 3. Point number 3. You need to have diversified investments and a diversified stream of income. Okay? I invest in shares and in the stock market. I invest in ETFs, which track index funds, very diversified. I invest in real estate investment trusts. Again, every real estate investment trust holds tons and tons of different properties, commercial, industrial, agricultural, etc. I own here in Australia what we call listed investment companies. They are essentially like an ETF, except the managers of that fund choose what they can invest in. So that's again very diversified, and I hold a couple of large, again very diversified companies. So you can hear the common thread here: diversification. Diversification is key, very, very important to managing your downside and keeping your portfolio nice and healthy. Again, part of that third point is diversify your sources of income. Now, currently for me, all of my sources of income come from my job and my share portfolio. I need to start diversifying away from this more. Maybe this is why I'm speaking to you right now. Maybe this is why I've started this channel. I'm trying to diversify a little bit away from my job and from my shares with some other sources of income. So start a blog, start YouTube, start doing something, start a side business, okay? Whatever. Try and do something with which you can make additional income that will bolster your overall income portfolio, your overall income position. That is very important. That is very critical, and I can't emphasize that enough. So, to summarize, guys, number 1, start tracking your finances. Once you start tracking your finances and you feel comfortable tracking your finances, then start getting that savings rate above 50%. Okay? That's going to be tough to do, I understand. Start getting that savings rate above 50%. And third and finally, start looking at your investments, what you own. Is it diversified? Or if it's not diversified, get rid of those shitty stocks, get rid of those speculative investments, and start investing in good quality ETFs that are diversified. Okay guys, I hope that's helped. I understand these things are very simple, but believe me, they are not easy to implement. They require consistency and a lot of effort, but in the long run, you'll get to financial freedom sooner rather than later. Leave some comments below and see you next video.